Good evening everyone, and welcome back to the Daggerwin Multifarm with Freddy. Join me on this rainy, soon-to-be snowy evening in November. We've been doing a little bit of digestate application. Reapplying for all the grass fields, and we've had 2 cotton fields harvested during the day shift as well, which is awesome. And I've gone and made a couple of purchases, because we were up at just shy of £800,000. The first thing I bought is something that has been requested. I bought a leveller for doing the BGA. Nice and cheap, it was only £6,500. Not too much, so I know the question's going to be, well, what the hell do you spend the rest of the money on? Well, that would be a new slurry tanker and applicator, because our old one only held 18,000 litres and it was a pain in the backside. I got it and we're at 1.4 million litres of digestate and rising, and believe it or not, that's not going to last long, because we're now using digestate for all fertilising of all fields. So the new one I bought, currently over working on one of the cotton fields. There he goes. Nice double application rate. 100% fertilising in one go. Now there's been a bit of discussion on our Discord today. And unfortunately I feel like I'm not being listened to a little bit with it. I've been playing Farming Simulator since FS13, so long old time. And there we go, tank's empty, shocker. Which is why I'm filling this one up, because we've got the other tank down there at the moment as well. If we're using digestate to do double applications of fertiliser, which is what we're doing, there is no requirement to actually fertilise the fields with a seeder or planter, because we're already 100% fertilised. If we've missed a tiny little bit, we've missed a tiny little bit, quite honestly. Typical, we're having some issues there. Right, let's attempt this another way. Let's do this the sort of way I do with an Arctic. The trouble is, this thing does not like turning. It's got a turning circle of the QE2. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. Oh, here we go. If we're 100% fertilised on the field, or showing 100% fertilised on the field, there may be some little bits that have been missed. Yes, entirely possible. But the trouble with the seeders and planters, because we're not on precision farming yet, precision farming is coming, I'm well aware of that, keeping up with that. I'm very happy to see it making a return for FS25. Love precision farming. Because it's not back yet, the seeders and planters do not recognise the fertilised field states. It is not an exact shot system like it would be in real life. It just goes, the field must require fertiliser, and applies a standard rate. So therefore, all we're going to do is lose money applying fertiliser that's not necessary. You can trust me on this, I have tested it. So what I'm going to do, part of today, is I'm going to empty both the seeder and the planter of fertiliser, because it's not required. We've got enough digestate to double application rate every single field. No question. All we're going to do is waste money on fertiliser. There's little bits that miss, there's little bits that miss. We can use the fertiliser spreader that we've got to pick up those bits if it's really that important. But quite honestly, all we're going to do is hemorrhage money. And on hard economy, which is what we're on, that is the last thing we can afford to be doing. Because all it is wasting good money. Buying more fertiliser that we don't actually need. Trust me, I've been doing this quite some time and have well done my research on it. In real life, yes, we would be applying fertiliser. No question. This is not real life. This is a game that works off of very, very specific criteria. That criteria is it will apply it regardless of whether it needs it or not. Unfortunately, the game does not recognise the difference. I know I have tested this. Unfortunately, it is the way it is until precision farming is in, which will stop that from being an issue. We're just going to have to work within the confines of what the game is providing us. Now, field 21, bought yesterday. Some wise person has decided, let's plant grass in field 21. My answer? Okay, no problem. Not got an issue. Extra grass field? Awesome. We are making use of land. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Not bothered in the slightest. Extra grass field? Awesome. Means we can use that space once we cut down trees, and we are going to utilise the land as best we can. No issue with that whatsoever. The only issue I've got, it was planted and not rolled. Oh well, I've got time to roll it, and I'm going to be in a minute. Not going to take long because it's a freaking tiny field. I just want to get this digestate going again, which I want to get both of these filled up so I don't have to keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Now, as I'm moderator, I could jump in and reduce the time to 0.5. I do not feel the need. I feel that would be an abuse of my powers, because I don't need to. I've got the time. I can work up to midnight before that grows and get that field rolled. I don't need to reduce. I will only reduce for things like contracts, or if somebody's trying to plant a field and they're on that last little section before it grows into the next stage. That I would do. But a lot of the time, manage your time. If you're not going to get it in the ground before midnight, don't race it. Leave it till after midnight, then plant it. You've got 24 frickin' in-game hours to get it planted, rolled, fertilised and everything else. Don't fight the clock. Work the clock. And one thing I have put up on Discord, one of the guys is struggling a little bit with the conveyor setup due to the way the conveyors work, which I completely get. Conveyors are not the easiest thing to manage unless you're familiar with them and how they operate. So I'm going to set up the conveyor system during daylight so you guys can see it properly, and how I go about doing it. I've got quite a good bit of experience with working conveyors and working mass conveyors. Part of something I did with Farming Simulator 22 was a heavily modded gold mining map, and we used a mass amount of conveyors. I think we had something like 45 at one point, which is nothing compared to what some people have done, but for the server we had, that was pushing it. That was just 2 of us playing as well. So I've gotten rather good at setting up conveyors. The 4 we now have are nothing in comparison to that. Try setting up 45 on elevation around corners. Then one in the middle decides to have a hissy fit over the Farming Simulator physics and throws the whole thing. Start again. It's all good fun. Honest. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, overall, really happy. Really happy with the farm. Things are progressing. Logged in. Majority of things are looking pretty darn good. Not spent as long today on the yard as I did yesterday. I do think, like it was discussed in Discord, we've had a couple of new players, and think the amount of jobs we have going probably overwhelmed them a little bit, and trying to get the fields done, and just forgot about the yard and the animals. Thankfully there's enough of us within the team that understand how important it is to keep those up and going, that it didn't take me quite as long to get it all sorted, but it still took a decent chunk of time. A bit like now, that field's been ploughed, it needs to be stone picked, it needs to be digestated. I'm not worrying about it in this in-game month. Don't care. I'll get to it when I get to it. It is on the least of my priority list. Same as these two fields I'm digestating. I'm not even going to attempt to get cotton in the ground at this hour of the day. No. I'm going to try and get them set up ready, and post-sleep I will get cotton in the ground, because they are going back to cotton again. And it's no problem. It's a lot of struggle I find that people have with this game, especially in multiplayer, is time management. Managing the time you've got versus the jobs you have. You must remember one thing. None of us are Superman. We cannot all do it all. You've just got to manage the time as best you can. The one thing I find a lot... Oh, that will need sorting out. Just spotted that on the way past. The one thing I find a lot is people get distracted with trying to do too much in one go, rather than just doing what they can in one go. A bit like now, my focus, get these fields digestate done. Got the grass fields done. I'm actually going to stop now, not worry about the digestate, because it's not going to change within the calendar month. Lights off. And I'm going to go get the roller. I'm going to roll that field before it gets to midnight. If I find where the roller is. I think it's up here. I don't want the big roller, I want the little roller. Apparently it's not up here. Huh. Must be in yard 2 then. It'll be about somewhere. I've certainly not sold it, because it was requested to stay because it's better for some of the smaller yards and guys find it easier. No problem. It's not taking up that much of a slot count. Where is that roller? There's 2 out of the 3 ploughs. Or am I being blind? I do this quite regularly. Guys will move something about and then I completely lose track and can't find it for ages. I can't even remember the name of it. Right, let's go this way. What am I doing? Late mowers. Where is a Zerola? Oh, don't tell me there's more to spawn. Yeah, another 11 pallets. They haven't been loaded. Right, I'll take care of that in a bit. For those that saw yesterday's video, yep, my funky loading. Looking quite smart. Oh, there's the forklift. So where, oh where is my field roller? Where are both field rollers? Funny feeling the big one will be sat over here in its usual place. I think I can see it there in the distance. So where is my little one? Who's hiding things from Freddy? Yep, there is the big one. Load of silage bells. Nothing in the manure heap right now. Right, that's bugging me. Where is it? Field rollers. I've probably scrolled past it already, knowing me. Rollers. Right, Vardestad. Yep, we still got it. Vardestad and Rexmus. Right. Go into this menu. Vehicles. Vardestad Rexmus. There she is. 23.25. Looks like somebody was on their way to do it. Yeah, okay. This is our hail and tornado damage repair kit. Come on, little tractor. Because it doesn't need a big tractor, this one. It's the main reason we've kept that cultivator, because it's a deep cultivator and it pulls out the hail damage, and with the roller you can roll the small stones it generates back in quite quickly. It was one of the guys that figured that. Wasn't me. And it was a damn good idea. So 10 out of 10. As I've always said, I do not know everything. I do not tend to know everything. I'm under no illusion. There are still things I need to potentially learn and sort out. That is one of the console players coming to join me. Which farm? Don't know. And it's Kyle. Ooh. Okay. Kyle 171208. Okay. Not a player I'm familiar with, but not a problem. The server is open to all. It is not passworded. Only the farms are passworded, which you need to join our Discord to be able to join. Or, sorry, our Discord. Join the Daggerwin Discord to be able to join. Then you can ask for access to whichever farm you want. You get given that role and get the password for it. It is very, very much that simple. Is Carl? Is he a member? He is not. And we have random people that do join the server every now and again because it's not password protected. And all we usually do is just let them know that, to gain access to the farms, as you'll see me typing here. There we go. That's simple and straightforward. My moderator job done. I appreciate he's not going to be able to reply because he's on Xbox. No issue. Yes, I think he's not part of the farm. Alright, with my pending move coming up that I've spoken about in previous videos, my head is a little all over the place. As one would expect. Trying to sort out bills and internet and hiring of vans, furniture, thinking about shopping and all that lovely stuff that comes along with that. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. Such is life. Yep, so my priority at the moment, get this field rolled, get more digestate going. Happy, happy, joy, joys. Because once this field is rolled, the trouble with planting a grass field, if you do not roll it, we've got to dig it all up to be able to get the 2% additional yield from rolling. Whereas we just roll it straight away, we've got that 2% every single harvest. It does make a huge difference, that 2%. When you add it up over, say, 10 or 20 harvests, it makes a massive, massive difference. You think 2% additional yield every harvest for 20 odd harvests, it goes a long way. For grass, it is vitally important to get that rolling done. For our fields, we miss it now and again. Not a huge thing, not unless it's a ginormous field of, say, potatoes or something, which is something we don't tend to do very often. We're going to do big fields like that, so it's usually soybeans or cotton or something like that. Now, to clarify over a rule, something I'll discuss once I've got a bit of time rolling this. There is a rule up for that servers that cotton is not to be planted without admin approval. The reason for this is we'll accept most crops as, oh, something's been planted, better than nothing. The reason we have that rule for cotton is it's been pushed too many times of cotton being planted when we don't even have a harvester. And the cost of the harvester versus the size of the field sometimes is just not worth it. You're talking £30,000 to £45,000 for just to lease a cotton harvester. And when the field is barely going to even create one bale, it's just not worth it. That's why we have the rule of no cotton planted without admin approval. Now, because our farm has a cotton harvester, I have let it be known, plant any field with cotton that you so wish to desire, because we own the harvester. So that's why that rule is in place on the server, and where that rule came about from. It's because the cost of seeding and everything else, we could have done better. So when we change map eventually, that rule will be back in effect immediately. And that rule is to safeguard others, and it also saves the cost of the seed as well. I know the cost of planting seed for cotton is not that great, but it's not the point. We need to ensure these things are done correctly. There we go, and it's a already double fertilised field. Awesome. So this is just making my life easier. Yes, I could have got the big roller and had this done in sort of like 2 passes. Why? I'm having fun. Little harvester is a bit better manoeuvrable. And it's fun to go back to the old stuff at times, especially on smaller fields. I have no problem with grass being in this field whatsoever. No problem. Something was planted and it's something useful. right next to the cow barn. What could be said that's not more useful than that? Now I know some people, oh, this wasn't the plan. I didn't have the plan posted up for what to do with this field. Somebody made a command decision. Happy days. I am honouring it. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Because as it's always said, better something than nothing. And we have something planted that is 100% useful to our farm. We have cows. Cows require. We have the BGA. BGA requires. What could be not more useful than more grass, especially on a small field like this? We have our big fields. This is literally surrounded by 4 massive combined fields of cotton. You know, it's simple logic to me. Oh, I don't know. We're nearly there. We're rolling this field. Hasn't taken that long. Usual couple of graphical glitches of the one that I have noticed as well. I'll have to have a look at the settings. I may have to disable voice chat in a minute. I'm sure he's not aware that I'm recording. Most people aren't. I do tend to let people know on the server if I am recording. And I do mute voice chat so that they can continue to have their conversations whilst I'm recording a video. Which is why quite often you'll see the names coming up on the screen but not actually hear anything. Because it's not fair to the people that are playing, especially those on console, that they can't chat because I'm recording a video. And I can just mute for 2 seconds and it's done. Now I can unmute and continue having conversations with them. And I've let the people that play regularly, that are on at the sort of times I tend to be recording, that is what I'm going to be doing. I will mute so they can continue to use voice chat and communicate effectively. So they can continue to enjoy the game. And I can record videos freely. It's awesome. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to park this up over here for now. I'm actually going to sleep through the night and do the bit on conveyors. That way I'll make it easier. See? Nice. Rolled. Sorted. Before midnight. How easy was that? In fact, I need to sort those cotton bales out, don't I? Cotton? Wool bales. Because otherwise, it's going to go, you've got no more space. I can tell one of the day guys has been on the telehandler. The forks are too close together. Haha. I always have them set to widest, because I do multi-pallets at once. I'm familiar with it, I'm happy with it. I don't expect people to use it my way. Oh no, I've had to push a little button to move the forks apart. Oh, drama. Yes, sarcasm. Awesome. Yep, see, we would have run out of space overnight, so... This is the way we move the wool, move the wool. Hee hee. Yes, I know, I'm slightly psychotic. Don't worry, I've been tested. Apparently I'm sane. He says, apparently I'm sane. I'm as sane as anybody can be. Oh, get off my pallet fork. There we go. You have 4,000 litres. You're going to have 4,000 litres. And the other one, I'll have what's left. That way, I can already see plenty of grass bales there, because the same bales I put there this morning. So it's awesome. Don't need to worry about that. Yep, slightly messed up that alignment. Seriously? You will come with me. Oh, you're going to wind me up, aren't you? Pallets love to do that. Well, we're going to do it the hard way then. We'll play shovey. You shall not upset the Freddy. There we go. So I've done one more run down to the other spinnery, and we can sleep through the night. And I'm going to play with some conveyors. Probably in the frickin' snow, which makes it even more challenging. But hey, these are the things that are sent to try us. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Roland Precision Farming coming out. Fortunately, we don't have a proper release date for that yet. I am looking forward to it coming. It will come into all my single player games that I do. Same, I'm still waiting for manual attach. God, I miss that mod. Don't usually have it on the server because console players and a lot of people it winds up. Me on the other hand, I love realism. Realism is my big thing. It's what originally got me into Daggerwin, and I love realism. Absolutely adore it. The more realistic I can make a game, the more I enjoy it. Yes, I get it's hard work doing max levels sort of realism, but that's just what gets me going. I appreciate it's not for everybody, and it doesn't have to be for everybody. Well, that's one thing I haven't checked actually, before I do that. How many cows doing? Yipes, no straw. And only half a TMR. Right, I'm going to have to fix that as well. See, there's always something on the farm. Always. See what we got left. I think we're just in the square bale straw now. Let's have a look. Yep, square bale straw. Ooh, we need straw. Please say, yep, we have oats planted. How far off are we? Soon. Probably redo this one to oats as well. Get that straw level up. Close. Not that close. I'll check if that's actually been watered. Yes, it has. Awesome. I do believe the grass field is not requiring it. The reason we've got long planks here at the moment is because the wagon builder apparently is not receiving distribution of long planks. I have to check on that actually. Yep, not receiving. So it's going to take just under 6,000 litres. So I've generated loads, so that'll keep that going for quite a while. So finance wise, what are we doing? Sold products, we're hitting nearly £100,000 every single month consistently. Nice. BGA, oh, look at that. Wait, nearly £60,000 every single month. Quite a few months over. Nice. Wages getting expensive. I used quite a few workers. Where did we get £4,000 from in MISC? Or £400,000? Don't know. That might have been Addy sorting that out, I think. Yes, construction costs 248. Vehicles bought today versus what I sold. Still got one more bit to sell. So overall, we're not doing too bad. Production cost versus what we're getting in. Yeah, no brainer. I was over here. Oh yeah, rice fields. Just double check on that rice actually, but I'm pretty confident with the height that is, that's not going to require. I do think it is at the stage it doesn't require any more water. Yep. So, back to feeding the cows, because Freddy gets distracted. So we need straw. I want 3. I know somebody's probably saying, frickin' why 3? In fact, that's there. Let's get the Ultra. Because I'm going to do it the quick and easy way. Because I'm lazy. I could use the straw blower because it's what it's really designed for. However, you can also cheat and use the TMR mixer, providing it's empty, which is in here somewhere. Come to daddy. Yep, empty. If you fill it with just straw, you can actually blow straw in and go back and fill it up and do a TMR mix. So if you want to put a large amount of straw in one go, I recommend using this first. Then you can top up with the straw blower. Now the one issue I have with this, with using the square bales on this compared to the round, they don't like to come off the forks as easily. I know somebody will say, oh, you're using the wrong fork for a start. It's a pallet fork, not a bale fork. Nah, if it works. If it's stupid but it works, is it really stupid? I say a lot. Timber. Always one. That's the other reason I hate square bales for this. I like square bales overall. But for doing this, not so much. I find they get annoying to handle because this thing's just not quite wide enough, but if it was wider it'd be a pain in the backside to get into the cow area. Oh, and I appreciate tongues moving on as well. Always a fight, always a fight. How much have we got? 27. So I reckon another 2. Oh, there's straw. Yeah, another 2. Not doing exact math, I'm trying to guesstimate. Timber. Oh, please say that's filling up. Excuse me. This cough is driving me insane. Yep, it is filling up. Awesome. Also betting I need at least one more. Nope, that'll do. Don't care where it gets to, that'll do. Good old saying goes, that'll do, donkey. That'll do. As you can see, 45,000 litres of straw. What I find this does, filling it up to this level. Here we go. Here, cows, have some bedding. See that bedding filling up just on the left hand side? And it should leave just enough straw for me to do a TMR mix. Sneaky. Very sneaky. Hey, if it's stupid and it works, is it really stupid? Or are you just a surprise genius? The blacking on the screen, that's what I'm on about. That's still happening for me. Giants are working on it. It is annoying. Not a lot we can do. Right. Round bale grass, round bale hay. We want to get rid of the round bales first, because we don't have round bales anymore. I'm sure. Yep. Silage were just square bales. We'll go for 3. It is usually the high beams that tend to cause this issue. I haven't perfected my TMR mixing with square bales yet, because we're still messing around with round bales, and I'm just doing the best I can. You awful, awful bale. There's always one. In. Now just one mix should do, given the level we've got. Oh. Overcooked that steering. I'm turning the lights off at the same time. In fact, what I'll do, because this video is pushing on, I'll end the video once we're sorted out with the cows. I'll do an extra video for setting up the conveyors. There we go, 43,000 of total mixed rations. Look at that. That's lovely. Nothing like guesstimation working well. I'm good at that. Or lucky. One of the two. Here we go, cows. Have some food. I'll take probably most of this. There we go. Right. So we'll leave the video there, ladies and gents. And I shall see you all in the next one. Until then, have fun.